corner where the treats at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you landed here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We got to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfare.
Chief Concerns is presented by BetOnline and Olipop. Marcus Dash here from Chief Concerns, and ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the year. It's football season, and you know what that means? It means it's time to get in on BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. Think you know your stuff? Get in on our $200,000 mega contest and pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at weekly prizes and a share of $200,000. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our 150 slot games. Head to the website today and get in on the action. Bet online. The game starts here. Come on, baby. Go. 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 Yes. That's a first down. It's a first down. It's a first down. This football season, I'll be putting down normal sodas like Coca-Cola for Olipop. Olipop offers a healthier alternative with its low sugar content and natural ingredients. Olipop is more than just a drink. It's a wellness companion that supports your digestive health. Packed with prebiotics, this fizzy elixir helps promote good bacteria in your gut, leading to improved digestion and overall well-being. So go ahead, click the link in the description and use promo code SODALOVE and get your can of Olipop so you can enjoy the game guilt-free. Go Chiefs. Use the promo code SODALOVE for 15% off now. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Chief Concerns. I'm Marcus Dash here with legendary Chiefs tight end Jason Dunn.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Actually, I'm sitting out this tweet to shoot this show over. I had to get to share it, so that's what I'm doing right now at this moment. So you see me going down. That's what I'm doing. We want people to get a little bit more of this good juice right here. Some good information, Marcus, if you will, man.
Of course, yeah. Do your thing, baby.
But man, I'm doing well. I'm actually doing well. And so, like I said, try to get some other people to come out here to see. But I see our family is here in the house, in the building. Mm-hmm. I see our folks. Andrea Chenault, good to see you, Andrea. G Pick, what's up, my guy? Whatchy Hall? What's going on? How you doing? Delia Salguero. Hi, guys. How's it going tonight? We're doing well. We're doing well. Let me see who else we got in here. I'm the Browns in here. I'm the Brown. What's up, my guy? So we're going to see that. But yeah. I'm doing okay.
Here. Yeah, we got around 80 people in here already. Okay, good start. Good start to the episode. Yeah, JD. So the other day I mentioned it. I'm going to let more people get in here a little bit, but the other day I mentioned that the Chief Concerns. We're a giving family over here. We're a giving community, and we've been pushing the reviews on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and we want to be able to reward our people. So if you subscribe to us and you guys get us a review, and what we want you guys to do is we want you guys to go on to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you review us. So obviously you got to subscribe to the channel. And if you do that, you're going to be entered in this giveaway that we have. Leave a review with your YouTube handle so we know who it is. And this giveaway's got some fun stuff in it. So our friend Corey, the artist Chief on Twitter, has given us some good stuff. We've done giveaways in the past with him. He's given us some good stuff. And we've also got some other stuff, a football, commemorative football from the Super Bowl in this past one. Got that in there as well. And then, of course, we got some jerseys we're going to give away. We got a Jason Dunn jersey we're giving away. We got a Hollywood Brown jersey we're giving away. Oh, yeah. So just so you guys can see this, this is the real deal I'm talking about here. These are the giveaways I got. These are all the paintings that Corey the artist has given us. These are the commemorative footballs. That's the Jason Dunn jersey. And you got Chief Concerns headbands there, too. So if you guys we're talking the 30 days of Christmas over here. We're gonna be giving away all this stuff over the next few times. It's obviously a part of trying to get to the 10K subscribe marker, which we're about, I think we're 1,800 short right now. So we're trying to get to new subscribers, and also too, guys, we want to give away this stuff and also helping the channel out by leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So you help us, you get yourself in the giveaway, and boom, we got some good stuff we're giving out here, guys. So I mean these things are a beaut, JD.
Man, it looks gorgeous. Look at that thing, man, how it's all just laid out. I mean, that right there, if you find that under your Christmas tree, man, Santa was good to you. You was a good boy or gal is what you were, getting something like that. That is a beautiful, beautiful present. And Marcus always say this, are we allowed to enter into this whole giveaway ourselves, man? Can I get this on my own? I got my own jersey. I got a couple of jerseys up there, locked in the vault. Those are like precious things that I have. Okay. I actually gave one out recently to my brother Charles, who's a huge Chiefs Concerns fan. That's my brother.
That's
Love him
awesome.
to death, man. He's always repping us down there in Atlanta at the Falcons game. So they are season ticket holders down at the Falcons, but he's always got a Jason Dunn jersey on. He lets everybody know what it is. So he's still in the house repping Kansas City Chiefs all day long. 89 Dunn is what it is. But this right here is a great present for everybody to have, man. Marcus, I think I'm going to add on to a few things too. Just kind of looking at this, I have some really good memorabilia and some guys also as well that would love to give some things away. So I'm going to talk to some of my guys, man, that want to do some things, some good little giveaways. I think the people out here would enjoy it. And so our loyal fans, they deserve that. I think they really deserve it. So.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you got more things to add in here. I mean, we're a little bit, it's about 30 days away from, we're a little bit more than 30 days from Christmas. But yeah, we intend on from this Wednesday, we'll give it a week. So get your reviews in. If you're a new subscriber, review on the other channels or the other podcasts and stuff to get, to be a part of this giveaway. And we'll be giving these things out every week. A few items here and there every week. So definitely, if you already have given a review, I think you can go back on Apple Podcasts and edit your review and put your YouTube handle on there, so we can do the giveaway the proper way. But yeah, guys, we got a lot of stuff to give away to you guys. It's that time of the year. It's the season of giving, and we're giving out. I mean, we give stuff away all year long, but this is the lump sum giveaway, the Christmas Chief Concerns giveaway that we'll be giving out here over the next days leading up to the big holiday. Whether you celebrate Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever, it's a season of giving,
Yeah. Hey, man, this is what it's all about. Season of giving, like you said. And then, look, we want to wish our guy, John Clifford, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday, John. It's been a while since we've seen you in here. I think you was in here last week, man. I hadn't seen you in a while. I always love seeing you, when he's always in his motorcycle gear. And so I love that shot right there for a guy who grew up riding motorcycles and whatnot. I always see that face. Is incredible. So my thing is, man, happy birthday, brother, to you, John. I see Kareem McKay, Joe Delaney is in here. What's up, Kareem? Good to see you out here. New is in here already. Look at New. We done brought you up, brother. We was talking about you last time. But we wanted to bring you up, man.
You did.
Good to see you, New.
Happy birthday, Johnny. Happy birthday, buddy.
Yes, sir. So
yeah.
Sweetie's in here. She done got in here. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, man. Kind of getting out there. Baseball, basketball, wrestling, motocross, competing in all. Good deal, brother. Good deal. So I love every single thing that you just said on there. Motocross, I never competed in motocross, but I had friends that competed in it. But I always loved it. I always like watching. You know what that gets my juices flowing is when I see like the Red Bull competition and the motocross. That is something I always enjoyed watching, Marcus. So I don't know how many people like got into it, but I would sit there and I would watch it, just getting in, just watching them run around in the circle, in the mud and the dirt. Motocross, brother, is something I just love. So be safe out there, Johnny. As a guy that rides, be safe, brother. Be safe. So I don't know if he's still doing it. Greg Rose is in here. What's up, Greg Rose? Kevin Mars jumped in. Paul's out here too. So yeah, it's good. Wendy, what's up, Wendy? Good to see Wendy in here as well. We're gonna get in some good stuff talking tonight, Marcus. And Charles Driver's in here. I didn't get to talk about Charles either. But I know we got it. I know we got kind of our topics to talk about. Okay. All right. That you do a great job of bringing questions and drawing things up. But I think we may deviate a little bit tonight, somewhat of some conversation of just and what I want to talk about is kind of addressing some of these things I see on Twitter. This loss has either, put it this way, to me, it's either exposed people for who they are, right? This, if you've been kind of tail end of some things, obviously analysts have jumped all over it. The Chiefs ain't who we thought they were, and I think Bomani Jones said something, and there's been people that give them their 2 cents. I love Chase Daniels. Chase Daniels like, look, we married to the Chiefs. I thought he had a great take that I seen. I just get little snippets here and there on Twitter or X or whatever it is that I like to talk about. And I look at this stuff, and I in my head I'm sitting there thinking like, what is going on? Like, what's happening out here? Like, what's really going down? What some people are thinking. So that's what I wanted to do, man. I just want to kind of address it, but we'll get into a conversation. We're talking. And tonight, girls and gals, you could ask the questions that you want to ask. We'd love to hear from you. Please, if you're over in the comments in the chat, please say something to us. I don't know how it works on the live, Marcus, on the Twitter. I can't see who's all in here. I don't know. I know you handle all of that as far as getting all the things in here, but
yeah, I mean, the questions will come in on our feed. I can't see who's in here specifically. I just see right now we have 197 people in the chat, 162 from X, and 35 from YouTube. So we have a nice, we have a good amount.
Goody. Okay, good deal. So, yeah, man, let's get to it.
Are those Reed Richards gray hair or the light hitting your sideburns? No, I was actually born with these with the white on the sides. My parents said when I came out of the womb I had a glob of black hair and then 2 little white patches. And as I've gotten older, they've gone slowly to the back of my head. So yeah, these are real babies right here.
Good. People don't know who Reed Richards is.
It's Mr. Fantastic. It's Mr. Fantastic, isn't it?
Mr. Fantastic, Fantastic Four. That's right.
Yes, sir.
I love the reference. Appreciate that, Albert Brown. I'm a big, huge comic book guy. I am. So,
good stuff.
Yeah, it's great stuff. So,
yeah, John, wise before my time. Yeah, I guess I was born with that veteran presence, man.
yeah, gotta have it. We were just talking backstage before all of this about how, and you was talking about basketball stuff, and we were saying that these young guys at basketball seem like they're veterans, but they're only like 26, 27 years old. Yeah, because everybody starts basketball now going into the NBA early. And so It's like, I've been playing here 8 years. It's like you're only 26. Still got Similac around your mouth. All your wise years of playing and stuff. Like, and you could be wise when you're younger. I'm not taking away from that. But it's a little different world than it is in football where, football, you got to kind of get into the age, you're going through college for about 4 years before you get drafted, all those different things. Different journey, different road. But
it's weird. The NBA and the NFL, like, yes, professional sports is just so different, like the way they see things. Like, for example, I don't know if the Lakers last night, Dalton Connect, the dude they drafted 16th overall, dominated, had like 40 points last night. And he was not great in college last year, but he was 24. And 24 is like, whoa, I don't want him. That's a negative. So NBA teams, they write guys like that off, and so they don't want to deal with the 24-year-olds. That's a negative. So that guy falls out of the lottery, ends up being a 16th pick. Yeah, it's the way. And in the NFL, you're 24-year-old. That's most guys are probably 22, 23, 24, and they're coming out of college. So it's like right around on par.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we got Good Luck Chuck in here. There he is. I'm Charles.
Chuck, what's up, brother? Man, what's going down? Look, me and Chuck, man, we met. Chuck, was it last year when we did the thing over at Ortego Pizza, and we had a video, man, and I didn't have a chance to put it out, but it was some of my guys, other podcasters that got together. It's kind of a last minute thing. The guys come in. Chuck came in, man, gave us some good points. Some point, man, Chuck, I got to throw that thing out there, brother. I got to throw it out there, man. So, man, we doing good over here, brother. Good to see you, man. I see y'all been doing y'all thing, man. I'm always liking y'all stuff anyway. You always got some good takes. And I know you got some wisdom. You've been a Chiefs fan for a long time. So we got to have some conversation, man. As a matter of fact, Chuck, kind of give you a heads up and everybody else that's in here. I plan on coming out there December the 8th for the Chargers game. And so what I want to do is I want to set up a couple of little, either podcasts and things like that a couple days before, talk to a few people, but maybe go on the same thing to Ortego Pizza, Joe Perez's place, former Chiefs player, beautiful place, incredible aesthetics, great pizza. Matter of fact, I got Lance, the Spoken. He was out there because he knows I'm not really a big mac and cheese guy. We used to have that conversation there. But they had a mac and cheese pizza. Incredible. And so I want to go there and go check that out, man. But we're going to put something together, man, again, Charles. So I want you to be part of this, brother. Maybe get some other podcasters out there, man, and talk a little bit Chiefs football before that game. So I'll give you some complete dates when it's going to happen, man. But good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man.
That's awesome. Kevin Morris, appreciate the contribution, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Love the love. All right, Jay, do you want to dive in with this whole thing?
Yeah, man. Say what's up to Paul real quick. I enjoy my Chiefs shirt here in Florida. Good for you. Good for you, Paul. Appreciate it. Keep wearing that shirt out there. Keep repping the Chiefs down there, my brother. So good. So, yeah, he said he's down. I'm down, Charles. We're good. Ready to go, brother. All right, we'll get in contact with you. We'll put this thing together for real.
Got the good juju in town. You got good luck, Chuck, baby. Good luck, Chuck.
Yeah. Okay, let's rock and roll, baby. Let's get into it. Yes, sir. I'm excited for tonight.
Let's do it, JD. All right, so first topic. This is kind of one we've talked about a little bit on Monday. So obviously we lost, and you mentioned everyone's acting like we got eliminated from the playoffs this week. Some Chiefs fans just think that it's the end of the world. We're 9-1. It's the end of the world. But JD, we talked about how the one thing that you guys, it wasn't really a thing on your mind, right? Sports Illustrated at the time when you guys went 9-0 in 2003. Sports Illustrated did a whole feature. I still have that the copy of Trent Green on the cover. And I said they said perfect season or something like that. And it was a week you guys were actually playing Cincinnati when that article or that magazine came out. But you say that was more of a media hype thing than anything else. But still, though, it's still one thing that does sit in the back of your head. I think Kelsey and Mahomes talked about it a little bit. How it's still something that is in the back of your mind, where be it the top of your mind. It's not, but it's still in there, right? And there is a little bit of that perfection. There's a chance we can do something that's never been done before. Obviously, we have a chance to do that with a three-peat. But after the game on Sunday, Mahomes talked about it and how what he thought about the whole perfect thing. And it's kind of off his mind already. But I wanted to ask you a question about it. But I wanted to play the clip of Mahomes post-game for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you can use it as fuel. I mean, like I said, it's a good football team, so nothing to hang your head on. I'm losing to them, but we feel like we can play better. So we'll get back to work and try to use this as a spark so that we can be a better football team in the end. And the undefeated thing was cool, but that's not our ultimate goal, so we'll keep building towards that.
And, yeah, I mean, he's 100% right. The whole undefeated thing was cool, but it's not our ultimate goal. Obviously, the ultimate goal is to be three-peat, the first team to ever do that. So, JD, and I've seen a lot of players talk about this. Some guys who on ESPN who probably never been undefeated in their life, like a guy like Dan Orlovsky, who he played for some of the really bad Lions teams. But for someone who was 9-0, like you were, is that something where it's now that is done? And I've seen a lot of people say that maybe the last few weeks of play we've seen from Mahomes and the Chiefs team is very tight, very tense, because this is kind of maybe hovering over them a little bit. Even if it is a little bit, it's still a very tense thing. Is this something that you think the Chiefs, now that's over with? We got the loss, it's done. We're not going to go undefeated anymore. Now we just focus on the ultimate goal, which is going to be three-peating and kind of being loose and kind of relaxing a little bit. Do you see a team kind of, is that something that you felt too? Because the following 2 weeks, I don't know if people know this, after you guys lost against the Bengals, the following 2 weeks, you guys won the next two. So it was like, okay, you went from a loss and then boom, boom, you won the next two games after that. Did you get a sense of, all right, let's just play these games and win these games like we were doing before. Forget about the undefeated aspect of it.
No, we kind of looked at it something like a bonus. I think, Barbershop said it, best here. He said he agrees with Mahomes, and I do too. The reality is the main thing is still the main thing. Coach Vermeil used to say that to us and preach it to us all the time. And the main thing was to win a Super Bowl, pure and simple. Now, if you're able to achieve something within that goal itself, that's a great thing, right? It's like, okay, well, shoot, this is another incentive, something that's never been done before. And I think, to be honest with you, 10 games in is a little too early, right? Because you still had another 7 games to play, still, somewhat of a difficult schedule. Shoot, you're still thinking like, okay, do I take my starters out maybe the last game of the season or whatever? How are you trying to rest them? But if none of that alludes to, winning the Super Bowl, then what good is it, right? Or if you're sitting there trying to strive to have a perfect season, but you still you lose that on the main thing. I think that's really what it was. And so for the guys in the locker room, they would just focus on winning each and every game. That's what you got to do, okay? And what you're trying to do is obviously you're trying to, fashion yourself and move yourself in a position to have home field advantage more so than anything else. I don't think there was something that they were really worried about, like the pressure was on them. Guys just don't approach it that way. They just don't. And I know for people out here, in the real world, I say real world, they the one that bring it up. You know what I'm saying? They're always looking for the 73 Dolphins to pop the bottle and all, you know what I'm saying? Like all those different things. I think everybody wanted the Chiefs to lose. That's exactly what everybody was pushing for, the Chiefs to get beat. They didn't care who it was. They didn't care, they weren't worried about the regular season. They just wanted to see the Chiefs fall. Okay? That's all they wanted to see. But it was always the main thing. The main thing is to win the Super Bowl. Pat and those guys still have their eyes on that. That's always been the focus. That always will be the focus. And so, yeah, sure, you're trying to get that, perfect season, but I don't think it's a real, reality until you actually get to maybe the 15th, 16th game, So it was still a lot of football to play from that point. For Andy and those guys, it's one day at a time, one game at a time. We're trying to get better each and every game. And so to me, that's how it works in a locker room, man. Pure and simple. That's it.
So after that loss, and I know you said it really wasn't that big of a deal for you guys. It was more like it was a hoopla around the locker room, not really in the locker room. But after that game, was there any comments amongst each other? Obviously, it was 9-0, right? It was midway through the season, a little bit above midway through the season, where you guys man, that sucks, but oh well. I mean, we still got the playoffs and the Super Bowl to look forward to, right? Or was that even a thing? Did you guys even talk about the snap of the streak?
I mean, you can hear grumblings, but you're mad, you get beat. You're trying to win every game. Every team's trying to win every game, right? I mean, let's go undefeated if you can do it. But shoot, after that's it, man, it's so what? Let's move on. Okay. We gotta get better. We got things we got to learn from. And I think that's why it was such whatever opportune time that it happened the way that it did. But now for those guys, man, the main thing is still the main thing. And I'm going to keep preaching that the way that, Dick Vermeil preached it. And the same way that Andy's preaching it. Those guys understand, man, look, we're trying to win a Super Bowl three-peat that has never been done. Never been done. So I think we have a great opportunity to get that done this year for real. So even after all the doubt that other people are spewing, they didn't drop this in the rankings and all this, the Chiefs are frauds, whatever, none of that matters. None of that matters. So.
Yeah, I've seen somebody. Randy Conley says the defense needs a reset and needs some rest. Sorry, needs some rest. I misread that. But is it like when you lose a game, especially your first one midway through the season, is it kind of like a reset? Like, okay, like that's gone. Like, let's just focus on Carolina, and that's kind of what it is. Every time you lose a game, it's in your mind you go 0-0. We're playing Carolina this week. Forget about our record. Forget about their record. It's like we're 0-0. We're playing Carolina this week. Is it kind of like a reset?
I don't know if it's a reset. I mean, you make it you reassess the things that you're doing, right? maybe scheme-wise, what you were thinking of and what you wanted to try. Maybe different guys, maybe getting some guys, maybe a little bit more reps that you wanted to see from maybe some younger guys, right? And so this is also it's like trial by fire. And if we're sitting there saying, well, does Chris Jones needs more rest? Okay. Do we need to play Hicks a little bit more? Okay. Is there another linebacker to come in and give some of these guys a break on defensive side of the ball? Same thing offensively. You know, Andy's sitting there saying, well, he was a little conservative. And I wanted to kind of get into that because, you know, he wanted to run the football more. He said we probably should have ran the football more. For him, maybe the conservative was a lull in the tempo of what we were doing. Okay. That he was saying, hey, look, maybe some, you know, in the middle of some of the things we could have done, we could have maybe attacked him a little bit more, getting the ball out of hands a little bit faster than we wanted to do as far as like taking shots. But, you know, it's kind of like when you hear when I hear coaches speak, I know kind of the thought process of like, okay, maybe we should have ran some different things here, as opposed to like trying what we went into the game plan to do, right? But somebody would probably argue that running football is a conservative approach. And it might be like, sure, there might be something that we're not used to doing, okay? That might not be our bread and butter that we lean on. That might be a little bit different from what the Chiefs do, right? Our passing thing is something that we're used to doing. Running the football is something that is, you know, it's kind of an anomaly. And so we said that we should have had a heavy dose of Kareem Hunt in the game. And I think Andy, he agrees with that for sure. So, you know, but you know, that's what you do at the loss, man. You got to take a full assessment of what went wrong, build on it, get guys to get better. And there was another thing I think somebody had said that Patrick was like, hey, you know, he missed one of the shots. He said, I got to do better. He was like, well, yeah, but we tired of hearing that answer. Why? I mean, what else can he say? He can say he's screwed up. Yeah, but shoot, when you sitting over there, you tell yourself, you tell them, you tell the coaches, you tell everybody, I got to get better. I got to get better at what I'm doing. Okay. And they're always talking about that's the biggest room is the room of improvement, right? Every guy, every professional that looks for greatness is looking to get better. That's what they're doing. That's the mantra. It is. So what can I have done to be better or to get better? What can I do to advance my team to a best position to be greater, to be better? And so it is what it is. That's how it works. It's repetition, doing it over and over again to get better, right? It sounds kind of, you know, like the what do you say, the competition or the pageant answer, right? It's like, oh, okay, we got there's a statement. Shoot, the statement is what it is because in our business, it's high production. You got to get better, pure and simple. So he said again that he has the same answer after all the MVS drops. Yeah, he wasn't just talking about MVS, he's talking about himself. And that's MVS too. So when he says it, because he's the guy, he's the quarterback, he's going to get the blame regardless. Okay. Maybe they're not the best ball. Maybe something he feels like he can do. But as a leader, that's what leaders do. They put it on their shoulders. They take the brunt of it. And so he wants to start there. He says if the offense ain't doing everything right, he wants to start with him. What can he do to get those guys better? What can I do to get MVS out there to catch more balls? And so he's saying, I got to get better. Maybe he's sitting there saying, maybe I haven't been holding him to a high standard. Maybe I haven't been doing that, right? And Marcus, we were just talking about that. You said Maxey called out Embiid. He said, it starts with you. You the big guy here, okay? And so that's what we're talking about, getting better. It's got to be from your leaders to get him better. It's him to get everybody else better. Everybody moves like you move. And so he takes the onus upon him. Nothing wrong with that. It's a true leader. So I think Marcus is frozen. So he still had the same look. I didn't see the expression move. So yeah, so Sasha says real leaders accept the responsibility because it's on them to fix what's wrong beneath them. Absolutely. 100%, Sasha. That's exactly how it works. And so we know that we probably have one of the best leaders in football, if not the best leader in football, because of his impact that he does around everybody else and how they get better. But Patrick, without a doubt, man, is at the helm. And he understands the ship can only be righted by his play, okay, and getting everybody else doing the things that he needs to do. And so the same thing, if it's Kelsey, Chris Jones on the other side, Reed, Bolton, whoever it may be, okay, everybody's got to take stock in the things that they do, okay, and try to do their best to get everybody else to where they need to be champions. So that's what those things are, okay? So we always going to hold Pat to a high standard, but nobody's going to hold it higher than what he holds it, for sure. So Kevin Morris said the cliche answer. It's the cliche answer, but it's true. It's true. So Greg Girl said, I was listening, didn't even notice Marcus. Yeah. So Marcus will get back out here. But it's what leadership is all about. It's what leadership is all about. But we just got to know it, man, in the locker room or any other type of business. You know, you say you screw up, okay? Other people are screwing up. But if you're the manager, you're the CEO, everything starts with you. And I'm sure Andy's the same way. He's saying, look, I could have called better plays. I could have got Nagy to call better plays. There's a tempo that we need to go out there to. And everybody moves in that fashion. He's saying it starts with him. And so that's what I love. That's how you build championship teams. Everybody has an onus to it. Everyone have an investment into getting better for the entire organization. So top down is what it's been. So, yeah, good stuff. So I'll let y'all ask some questions on some of the things we wanted to talk about. I don't know. Marcus said he's going to get back on. One of our conversations, one of the topics we're going to talk about tonight was who's coming back for us. Okay, who's coming back? That is none other than our guy, number 10, running back, Isaiah Pacheco. Okay, Isaiah Pacheco is going to be coming back. And I think one of the questions is, do you bring Isaiah Pacheco back for this game? Is he being rushed, or is my man ready? Is he ready to go? Okay, that's the question. And so there he goes.
Well, we're having a bad rainstorm here, so I guess.
Okay. No, it's good. It's cool. So, said it looks like a minute whose Pops returned. Yeah, we're going to get into the Pops return on that, Randy. And it was the next topic Mark was going to get into and just talk about, right?
For sure. Yeah. Let's do it. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So next topic. So everyone's talking about Pop possibly returning. Andy said we'll get to what Andy said today, but one of our friends to the show, Dr. Chow, actually predicted way long ago that his return will be in December. Week 13 is what he said. We talked Monday. We kind of brought up a little bit. Potentially it would make more sense to come back the following week since it is a short week. We play Sunday and we play 4 days later. The guy, a 4 day, the short week coming back could be something. And also it's Carolina too. No world beaters per se, but here is what Andy had to say and what Dr. Chow had to say about Kareem Hunt.
Okay.
Isaiah, how much do you foresee him playing on Sunday with you?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see on both those two, Charles and him, kind of go through the practice, see where we're at this week, and we'll go from there. But, just have to see. Day by day type thing.
Because we had it more towards December, right? That's what you think. Right?
I said from the get-go, I thought it would be December. When in December is a question mark. This is why I'm going to stick to it. He's not back week 12 because it's still November. Week 13 is when?
Week
December
13,
1.
Yes, right on December. You're already good on the CMC. We got the November. So, yeah, that's that. No, that's like you
December.
said, if there's a book that has return dates for injury players, I would definitely put a limit on the D-Chow account for sure, Doc. Next one, I had a couple injuries that happened.
I'd be considered a sharp, maybe.
Yeah, you would. That's why I got to limit your account. Exactly.
Dr. Chow, man, he knows his stuff. He's been on obviously a friend of the show. But JD, so obviously, what do you think? Do you agree with Dr. Chow when Andy says something like It's day to day. It's worth to see how he looks. What do you make of it? Does Andy leaning this week, or is that coach speak for maybe the following week? What do you think about it? Obviously, what do you think about a potential Pop and Hunt? We'll get to Pop Hunt back and what that looks like. But what do you think about his return potentially this week? Do you think it's next week, or what's your stance on it?
I think it depends on how he looks in practice. Really, if it feels like he's getting some type of progress and he's not hurt, looks pretty good, you want to make sure he gets into good shape, football shape, before you put him out there. So that's will be the determining factor. Sasha said, "Not this week, no way." For me myself, I agree with that, Sasha. I think maybe, I know Pop's ready. He's ready to come back. He's ready. He's been ready. Okay, that sucker probably would have ran out there in the boot if he could. But maybe coach pulls him back. And I told you, sometime, man, coaches got to pull us back. They got to rein us back in, man. Just for our own benefit. And so it depends on how he's going to look in practice this week, for sure. But I do think if you do, like I said, sit him down against Carolina, this should be a very convincing win. Shouldn't be a problem, an issue. Carson Steele's a guy I think could probably get in if you wanted to give, some of those guys a break. If you want to give Kareem a break, if you want to give, Pirine to come in and get a break, utilize those guys. We can use those guys. Those guys are capable backs. And so they're not chopped liver by no means. These jokers can come in and they can play. They're professionals. But it's going to be on the cheap, so about how he looks. And I know he's like, Coach, man, I'm ready. Coach, I'm ready. Like, yeah, I know you're ready, but look, we want you to get reps in practice and whatnot, and we'll make a game time decision, maybe take you on the road to see how everything is just working. Matter of fact, make you just run around during pregame. He say how it looks. Because it also gives the team just a little bit looking like, okay, is he going to play today? Is not going to play today? But at least we'll get you some good work in, okay? So practices and whatnot, man, you just don't want to bring a guy like him back too early. You want to make sure he's fully right and ready to go. Or do you say, hey, man, maybe this is the week to bring him back because it is Carolina, okay? Just to see what this thing looks like. So for me, my opinion on it, though, I'd wait. So John Clifford says, still really missed a pass block last game. Dang. Really? Because I didn't really see him miss one. I think Pat was where Pat got on him talking about he should have been over here and whatnot. So
that was the week. That was a week prior.
Prior to that, yeah. I didn't really see Steele miss I didn't see him miss a block. I must have missed that one.
Well, that's one thing I'm seeing. So obviously, let's say, okay, now let's talk about if Pacheco does return this week, right? So I think I'm in the same boat with you. I don't think he plays this week. I think they give him one more week. I think we see him Black Friday, nice little Thanksgiving, little special to have a Pop back. If he does come back this week, how do you see the Pop Hunt backfield looking, JD?
Beautiful. I think you can really work it as long as you make sure you call in their number. Don't take it for granted. Utilize those guys. It's a great change of pace. So where Kareem is right downhill, Pop can bounce and do all the things he does. He's got a little bit more quickness and explosion than Kareem. Kareem, man, he's our bell cow. We understand that. And so somebody said, man, this is like, thunder and lightning. And I remember thunder and lightning up there in Philadelphia when I had. It was Ricky Waters and Charlie Gardner. They used to call them thunder and lightning. That's what it was. And so those guys, man, complimented each other so much. And so we could run a version of that here and put Pop and put him, catching balls out the backfield. Kareem catching balls out the backfield. But I do like the way that backfield looks. I do. So
I was reading earlier, I think Kareem Hunt's about 400 and something yards away from 1,000 yards. Last Chiefs running back to have 1,000 yards was Kareem Hunt. So that just tells you how special of a year he's having, man.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess the question would go into how do you go to the reps, or how many carries a guy get? How do you divide it up for him, right? So are we saying 60-40, 70-30? When he gets back, I could see probably 70-30. Then maybe when it starts going down, 60-40. And then you just kind of see where everybody is from that point. There's still a lot of football left, Marcus. There's a lot of games left before we get into the playoffs. And so we got some things to figure out. You still got to see what we're going to look like. But Isaiah Pacheco coming back, man, it's going to be an exciting thing for us. Exciting thing for us. So
that's something I've seen a lot of. We talked about before how there are two camps of people. There's people who think Kareem Hunt should be the feature back when Pacheco comes back. Hot hand approach between the two of them. I mean, just see how good Hunt has been toting the ball. I mean, this year, do they go hot hand approach, especially if he is coming back from his injury? I mean, the guy had surgery on his ankle. I mean, fractured his ankle. So it's like, he's not, it's not a fresh Garbrandt back. Yeah, he's fresh in the sense he hasn't played in a while, but he's coming back from an injury. Do you right away go, hey, Pacheco, it's your backfield? Or do you think there is going to be a split hot hand approach where if Kareem Hunt's cooking one day, you may see Kareem Hunt get the bulk of the carries? If not, Pacheco gets the bulk of the carries. How and the split in that sense, how do you see the hot hand approach with this backfield?
He's got to be the guy that's cooking. If somebody's having a good game, man, shoot, keep giving them the football. But then all of a sudden, you give him a little break, change your pace, and let the guy come in and eat. So my thing is, use a hot hand. But also, too, understand, like, look, you don't want to put this guy in harm's way when you got another guy that could do the same thing. And I'd have to say, maybe the approach that Kareem was when he was up there in Cleveland, kind of worked. But he would be the bell cow. He would be the guy. And I think the amount of Green Beast has split for a while. So majority, for me, majority of the line share of the carries would go to Kareem Hunt. That is until Pop gets back into game shape, getting hit, because he hadn't been hit for a while. And that matters. It matters for a running back to get that real good feel of getting blasted, from 6 or 7 different, hats hitting you, like, saying helmets and stuff, man. That's a rough job back there, running back. Okay. So I think they'll figure it out. But it has to be, definitely hot hand, man. Greg Lewis does a great job. He understands guys. He knows how these things work. But if a guy is cooking, man, you got to let him cook. Let him cook.
Greg Rose brings up a great point. That's the way I want us to use him. If you guys watch Detroit Lions games, seeing the way they use one drive Montgomery, one drive Gibbs, and they're pretty devoted to that. It's that one drive goes to Demont. And obviously, if Demont's winded by the time they get down to the red zone, then they bring Gibbs in. But it's really one drive is dedicated to each running back. And I think that's a pretty cool way of doing it, especially when you have two talented backs like that.
Yeah. I mean, you could do it. You could do it that way. Or you can do it where, still in the same series, keep switching them in and out, right? Because the team's trying to get used to what a guy's being like, and then all of a sudden, shoot, here's the other guy come in. He hits him. But, yeah, man, I think I do like how they use them up there in Detroit, man. It's been very successful for them, at least. They had to get to that point, though, because before it didn't really feel right, and it took a while. That's what I'm saying. It takes a while to get to this place, Marcus. It takes a while. It ain't like you just snap your fingers and everything just works that way. You got to learn tempo. You got to learn, what guys are giving at the, particular thing, how he feels. Pop feel like, hey, man, I need a break. Sure, tap your hat. Bring Kareem in. Kareem's doing this. Hey, Pacheco or Steele or, P-Ryan or how it's going to be. Everybody's asking who you're going to bring out for the practice squad and whatnot, too.
That's another question.
Yeah,
because you're looking at Pop, Hunt, Steele, P-Ryan, and then CEH when CEH does return. That's 5 backs right there. So what do they do, JD?
Oh man, shoot, man, you can't have 5 backs. One, there's too many. So, they'll make a decision about sitting somebody down. So if somebody's not getting the reps that they need, and look, but you can't compromise what you do. And I heard somebody was talking about Piron needs to block a little bit better. I thought he's done a good job. Talking about John Clifford said that Steele missed the block. I missed that one, but he does a decent job. Still a young guy, still learning, something like that. Going to meet a linebacker in a hole is always a hard thing. Same thing, learning how to maybe cut a defensive end or get some ribs on like an outside linebacker defensive end too on a rush. Those things only come with experience. So.
And JD, a lot of people are talking about this. So a little besides the running back point is Hollywood Brown. Now it's been hinted that Hollywood Brown should be returning around the holidays. JD, and apparently he's progressing well, according to Andy Reid. You and I talked about this because remember what Dr. Chow, bringing it back to Dr. Chow. Dr. Chow said that it's an unprecedented surgery that he had, so there's really no way of knowing when he's going to return. He goes, I personally don't think he's going to return this year, but he goes, this is also an unprecedented surgery. I don't know how this thing shapes out. So, and you beautifully caught on to the fact that it's unprecedented, right? So one guy can heal faster than another. And now we're seeing that there's potential that he could be coming here around the holidays, around the Christmas holidays.
Marcus, I said this back then. That was week 3. I was like, look, I said, y'all might not understand that. So I think Hollywood Brown might be coming back. He'll play again this year. And he was like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm telling you. Like, when it is unprecedented and whatnot, I'm like, they're keeping that hush-hush. But, man, we broke this news a long time ago, bro. We did. We talked about this a long time ago. And so when something is unprecedented, obviously the window for the 4 to 6 week on the initial injury, and they decided to go ahead and do surgery right now, which is good. So, okay. So we're going to see how everything looks, everything feels. But I seen this. I seen this happen. So him coming back is always going to be good, man. I don't even care if he gets here until, let's just say 2 weeks before the season is going to the playoffs. 3 weeks is plenty of time to get his legs and stuff back when he needs. Okay. So
I want him back for before fantasy playoffs. And it's a couple of weeks away from that, but I've kept him on my roster for this moment.
You kept him on the roster the entire time?
I put him in my IR spot, and I'm waiting.
Yeah. That's dedication right there, brother. That's dedication.
I was bought in, JD. I was bought in for their offseason highlights. I thought it was gonna be a match made in heaven.
He deserves it. But what other guy, man? I'm telling you, this was so crazy because we talk about the injuries that the Chiefs have been going through, and so if we were hurt, dealing with all this type of injury and adversity early on in the season, and this is the first game that we lost. Okay, this first game we lost. We lost this game, right? I don't say Buffalo won the game, but we lost it because of things we didn't do. Okay, because we wasn't necessarily, detailed in all the stuff that we should be doing, and we seen it. We seen it in the game. We broke it down on Monday in the Great Show. Okay, you hear it all week with the things that was going on, and basically echoing the things that we were talking about. But these guys are going to get it together. They're going to get it together. Well, we understand that. Hollywood Brown coming back with D-Hop, Juju, Xavier Worthy. Come on, man. We're talking about the tight ends. And then, Nicole Hardman, Justin Watts. We're going to be dangerous. We're going to be a dangerous group. Okay? So everybody was talking about, everything doesn't look as exciting. Scoring the points, where's the 50 points and stuff like that. When Hollywood Brown comes back, some of them youthful legs, and Xavier Worthy, woo-wee! I'm telling you, it's going to be a sight to see. We're going to go back to what we were talking about before, like it's going to be like the Olympics. That's what it's going to be, man. And defenses better be ready. They ain't going to be ready for all that. They're just not. They're just not. So
You had the injury that he had. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
obviously not to the extent that he had, since he's almost, we thought he might miss the season as far as getting the surgery and everything here. But when a guy like that's been out all season, does he, like we talked about, the limiting the reps with Pacheco, right?
Yeah.
How does that work with a receiver who has an injury like that? Like, do you see him coming out right away, just taking almost every rep on offense, or no? It's going to be more of a rotate. Not every rep, but being around a lot, or it's gonna be more like kind of limited, like.
No, work him in. Just gradually work him in. Just we'll work him in. But Kareem, when he came here, man, we gave him the load. I'm like, hey, man. But that joke was on the couch. He didn't have injury. Okay, so it ain't like you had to monitor, saying his leg and stuff like that. He was sitting over there in Cleveland, eating some Funyuns and whatnot, and drink some sodas. And so we just making sure that he looked good. He looked like he was working out when he was doing those Funyuns and stuff. I don't even know if we like Funyuns. I'm just but he was able to carry it. Pacheco don't have to be in that position to carry the load. You don't have to. You got a capable back end, Kareem Hunt.
Oh no, I was talking about Hollywood as far as
Hollywood. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just referencing how you said you don't think because he's coming back from the injury that he won't be getting the full load.
Same thing. He's not going to get the full load. We still got D-Hop. We still got Xavier Worthy. We still got Juju. We'll work him in. But for him, his legs is fine. I know that sucker's been running around, So his is, obviously, when we talk about the collarbone, is the place, can he get hits? Can he get that, and part of it was really, Marcus, is getting your hands above, your shoulders. How does that feel? Like in that socket, and sometimes it clicks. Even now, I'm like, I'm feeling like a little click every once in a while. It's football. It's football, brother. Hey, I said this, man. I had a medical stack this thick of stuff, injuries and stuff, that thick of things. So that's how it works. But now he'll come in, he'll get some good reps. So you work him in, right? Might be 20%, next 40%. But just see how he's going to be. So
G Big said Hollywood was streaming on Twitch and he was eating Funyuns too.
Are you kidding? That's funny.
Jay, since you had this injury, we got a question here from Sasha. He means stalk blocking. If you guys, the correct term is stalk blocking. With that injury, you say lifting your hands above, right? Yeah. But how's that motion, the stalk block motion, how's that work as far as
stalk blocking is basically like you go step on the DB's toes. You just stalking him up. Stalk. STALK, stalk, right?
Yep.
When you have these creepers that stalking people.
Stalking, yep.
That's what you're doing. You stalk blocking the DB or somebody. He should be fine. And that's what he'll learn in practice. Taking some hits, hitting the bag. But he's probably lifting weights and all those different things just to feel how what is your strength like? How does it feel? They'll test him. Sasha, he's going to get tested before he goes out there. It ain't like we're just going to throw you out there and just try to find out then. No, we're going to find out in practice how it feels, make sure we're not doing anything too early because we don't want any type of setbacks. We just don't. And so he's such a valuable weapon that we can utilize that we got to protect that shoulder when it needs protection. If he says he's got a little pain on it, come on out, have a seat. So it'll be good.
Yeah, and the other guy, obviously, Andy Reid mentioned Charles Menahu, who you had a lovely conversation with, JD, when you were there a couple weeks ago. Same kind of thing he's going with Pacheco's kind of day-to-day thing. That's just see how they look at practice. When do you see him coming back with his type of injury, which is also a very extensive injury? He's been gone for a while. Do you see same kind of thing with him and Pacheco? If it was your call, would you wait? Would you wait a week, or would you say he's ready to go now for Charles Menahu?
Menahu, same thing. I mean, it's based off of the player's comfortability. Hopefully there's no setbacks, and like I said before, as players, we always want to play. We want to play hurt. We want to stay in. Pat and his ankle. And Andy was like, hey, I'm going to take you out. He was like, no, hell no, right? I think Andy was just kind of asking last time, just got to get a little something out of him. Just make sure the answer's still the same. Because it's good to challenge your guy just to see where he is. But same thing with Charles Menahu. I know Charles is going to be ready to come back. I know he's ready to fly, and he's ready to make a difference, man. He's going to be huge when he gets back, man. Huge with what we do defensively. But same thing, man. You got to pull him back if you need to. Just pull him back. The coach is like, man, I know you feel good. We'll see. We'll see. So maybe just get him a few reps, get him in there, work him in slowly. Uche is another guy that I thought we should have utilized him. Yeah, you said 5 reps?
5 reps last week, yeah.
Man, it looked like he had some good push too. Some good push. So
he's got a quick first step, man.
Oh man, he's lean. That's what he does well. Is rush the passer. So
he's like a shooting guard back there.
yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have a guy like Charles Menahu, who I think you win last week. That's how good he is, man. I mean, that's a win. You have a guy like that on your defense.
Yeah, Menahu, because Menahu is his versatility to move inside and out. Okay, it will help get Chris a little bit of some rest. And Chris looks, man, Chris look a little tired out there. Look, they showed where Chris is the most double team defensive tackle in the league, or defender, period, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and still winning win rate. And I just want to remind some folks that's where some of these people that were so emotionally bought in wanted to get rid of. They wanted to get rid of a guy like Chris Jones.
Where would our defense be without him?
Hey, man. Hey, thank God we're not listening to some of these jokers out here who's temperamental. Every time somebody wants to get a contract, get paid, and all this, and I see a lot of that too. I seen they want to do a debate. I love it. They did a debate. I think it's seen from Arrowhead Attic, and I wanted to get on like, how can I get in those debate? And they had their guys talking about it. But I think one of the questions, I think Pierce, I can't think of his name. I know the last name is Pierce, if I'm not mistaken. We're talking about, do you pay Trey Smith or you pay Nick Bolton, or you just let them both go? I think that's what he said. He will let both of them go. Don't invest in that. And I wanted to get into that debate real good. Like, okay, I just want to hear what you think. So,
and who would you, of the two guys, who would you prioritize there? I know you're a big fan of both those guys, so I'm giving
big fan of both of them. Yeah, I'm a huge fan for both of them. And I think it depends on how the season finishes up. But we know Nick Bolton is a tackling machine. I think we take it for granted. I think when something happens in the game, there's a lot of people put a blame on Nick Bolton. I just don't understand why. I don't. We're talking about a leading tackler. And, okay, oh well, do without him. And I know they could say, look, a linebacker, middle linebacker is expendable. You can get a guy. Well, shoot, if you got good guys here on the line, is your right guard expendable? Okay, so everybody can make an argument either way. I like both the guys. I love them both. So Randy Conley, I'm just like you. Yeah, give them both hometown discounts. Absolutely. They're both solid guys. Both of them. Shoot, both of them are like anchors in our defense. They are imperative to the things that we do for our success. They are. Nick Bolton and Trey Smith, both, okay, are very highly important things we do.
Yeah, one thing I'll say is, and I'm not saying that Bolton's easily replaceable. I'm saying the middle linebacker position, which we've shown in the few games that Cochran's stepped in. Cam Jones stepped in last year. That one dude that played for us for a little bit last year, I forgot. He's from Middle Tennessee State. He came in. He played a good amount of games last year. Stepped in and looked decent. And middle linebackers become one of those positions, like a running back type position, where it's become you can easily fill that with a guy. I'm not saying the guy's going to be matched Nick Bolton's level, but if he wants to, if he's going to get paid a mint, then I would say if it came down to two of them, I would go Trey Smith just to protect our, the Brinks truck back there. And also, if you get rid of Trey Smith, then you have another hole in the offensive line. When we were talking about left tackle, now you got right guard problems, and that's where that's why I would prioritize the guard situation over the middle linebacker situation.
Could be, but we're not looking for decent guys.
That's right, Darius Harris.
Darius Harris. What's going on, Chief Honcho? Good seeing you, my brother. I don't think decent is what you're looking for. You're looking for guys that are solid guys at that position. Okay, can't just have a decent middle linebacker. Can't have a decent guard. It's not okay. Decent guys at those positions will get you beat. Will get you beat. And I've seen decent guys at those positions in the past, and I see them on other teams. And you see the hole in their defense. You see what happens when you got just a decent guy. The reason Bolton came in, he was highly touted. He was SEC leading tackler for a reason. He's just got great instinct. He's a leader on the field. He puts everybody in position where they need to be put in. And so you just can't discount those things. You just can't, especially when you hear Spags talk about, how important Nick Bolton is. And so it's imperative that they speak about who it is that they want and what they want to do. So can they do a team-friendly deal? Possibly. I don't think everybody – see, and here's part of the problem. Because when we hear that somebody might be a free agency, don't want them to get signed, everybody believes they want to be signed at the top. You know what I'm saying? They always want to think they're going to get top money. Some guys might not need just the top money. They just might need a home that they're being appreciated at, that it works for both, okay? Both parties. So could that work with Nick Bolton and the Trey Smith? That's a possibility. If that could work with a Nick Bolton and Trey Smith, why not keep them? Why not try? The Trey Smith leaves Norzad. Yeah, is Norzad ready? That's the question. Is Norzad as good as the Trey Smith? Like I said, we can't just have an okay guy or a decent guy. Okay? We can't.
The unknown scare me, JD. The unknown scare me. The unknown scares me.
It does. The devil that you know, right? The guys that we know. We know Bolton's a tackling machine. We know he sets the defense. He gets guys ready, puts them in a position to make plays. Trey Smith does a great job. He's a mauler up front. He opens up the hole with those things. He's imperative of what we do offensively. And so anytime somebody else is out there, you see a difference. You do. So I can see it. And we was talking about the first one you said he did a decent job.
Cochran, Cam Jones, Darius Harris.
Cochran, he did a decent job, but he wasn't Nick Bolton. I could see where he couldn't cover like Nick, running to the outside. I was like, there's the difference. There it is, right there. Nothing against him.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's just how things are.
Oh, yeah, no, it's why Bolton was a second-round pick and why Cochran was a guy we picked up. There's a gap in talent there.
Absolutely. King Mo said Willie Gay is a prime example. He signed for less money.
Yep.
He did. And the thing is, they didn't see the value that they was like, hey, we can go ahead and move on. When they brought Drew Tranquil in and paid Drew instead of Willie, they were sitting there saying, we seen things in Drew as opposed to Willie, and they let him walk. So,
yeah.
So it still hurts, but deserve that bag and starting position. Yeah. You're talking about Willie? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know he didn't get as much as he thought he was going to get. And shoot, your age is going to hype you up. Man, he can get this on the market and such. Well, you're going to be happy? Are you going to win? We're going to win rings? What is that, And so that's things you had to balance and measure within yourself, right? So.
Yeah. We haven't seen much of the DN we signed from Arizona, or the guy we traded for, Cam Thomas, which,
Thomas. Oh, man. Yeah, Joe. I agree with you. I thought he was going to come in and give a whole lot. So
at least be a rotational guy. We're seeing more Malik Herring than we ever seen before. I mean, Malik Herring's getting more reps than Uche was last week.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. That was a good conversation about the free agents and all that stuff. I know that's going to be. We're going to have a lot of discussions of once the third week of February rolls around. We'll be having a lot of discussions about that, JD.
Oh yeah. gonna be haters and stuff like the Bolton haters are coming out and on there. Oh, yeah, you got the one dude come on. Oh man, he's not elite. He's elite linebacker to me. I like him a lot. He's a great linebacker. Good linebacker.
I saw one guy come for you, elite, right? And that's ironically about the guy who came for you. I looked at his page. He's a guy who doesn't think Brett Veach deserves any credit for the dynasty. He's a John Dorsey lover. So he thinks John Dorsey deserves the credit for the dynasty that we're on right now because we've re-signed because Mahomes is a part of Dorsey, specifically his draft because he was the GM at the time, and also we've re-signed Chris Jones, who was Dorsey's draft pick from years prior to that. So because we've retained talent from the years that Dorsey was the GM, that means that Dorsey should get the credit. I mean, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Silly. We go to Pacheco, we go to McDuffie, we go to who you want to start with. You know what I'm saying? Or, we could go on and on. Trey Smith. Let's go. Let's do that, right? Joe Tooney, who brought him in. Reed Humphrey, right? He has something to do with those things. So I don't pay attention to jokers like that. I just don't, because I'm sitting there saying, man, that's just limited, and somebody trying to jump on. So when the game, Bolton misses, Allen don't make the tackle. He come in, it's a league guy. What other linebackers don't miss? They miss things. Sucker had a good game.
It's weird to me, like when, and obviously every fan base has their own version of this, but it's so weird to me where we are a winning team. We are, embarking on a three-peat. We have accounts that are dedicated to being the prior GM. It's like, dude, why are you going to be this negative, the account? I mean, I get you're a fan of Dorsey, that's fine. But seriously, that your account is based on pretty much just defending a guy who's already been to two different organizations since Kansas City, and we are embarking on a three-peat. And your account is devoted to being a truther for a former GM. It's just so weird. Why?
Brother, you got some sour, negative people out here. That's just the reality of it, And this is kind of like where we are in this world and society, really. If you can get engagement by being a clown or being silly, make certain remarks, that's what happens. And so some people don't like they don't care. It's almost like Jake Paul said, he like playing the heel. Some guys like playing the heel. They do. So, it's whatever. It's whatever. They got their place too. My thing is, I say a little bit and then I move on from it. I don't care.
Illy Beeman, Dorsey did set us up for long-term success. 100%. He drafted Pat. Got to respect that. Glad he's gone though. 100%. I'm not dogging John Dorsey. It's fine. He was a great. Carl Pearson was a great owner. Yes, there's people who will say, "Oh, he wasn't great," but Carl Pearson, he did some great stuff during his time in Kansas City. So sure, you don't have to like every GM, but you also don't have to be this account that literally just wants to point at the things that Veach doesn't do well. Because I've seen so many people oh man, Veach is so great, huh? He hasn't figured out the left tackle spot since Eric Fisher. We jumped around the left tackle. I mean, at the end of the day, we've won 3 Super Bowls in the Veach era. So
well, here's the thing. Old Pass appreciate it. Great point. Veach was a scout who pushed for Mahomes. He also found Hill. He was part of that room. He's part of those guys to bring Mahomes and Hill and those in. So he's been a part of this whole network of guys. He came with Andy from Philly, and come on, man. We're not having a serious conversation here. And so some people want to hate Veach on what? Okay, you want to hate on him because he win Super Bowls? Go ahead and hate on him for that if you want to. But he's been vital to the things that we've done, paramount into making differences and changes here to bring 3 Super Bowls here already and looking for a three-peat. What other GM right now at this moment has that type of success? I can't name one. You can't either. So
yeah, it's weird, man. For the fact that we've been living in the AFC Championship game, but yet people are still dying on the hill of John Dorsey. That's fine, but it's just weird to have. It's just odd. It's just odd to have an account based on that. It'd be one thing if we were a franchise that's been so close to getting there, but we've gotten there, and we've gotten there multiple times, and this guy has proven, the only thing I will say is that maybe Veach isn't the best at attracting receivers. Maybe that's the only thing I will say. Maybe he's not the best at it, but I'm nitpicking here, and it's come on.
Man, look, he drafted Rice. Rice was doing well. Yeah. I don't see why he's not. You don't have hit and miss on some guys.
100%.
All your picks is not going to hit, man. Come on, let's be honest here, okay? So saying something like that, like to me, I'm just like, well, what you want to be 100%? What team is 100% on guys that they hit? Nobody.
Yeah,
there's none.
Belichick's the GOAT, but was he the best at drafting receivers? No, he was probably one of the worst GMs ever at drafting receivers. He couldn't get talent for Brady, but they found ways to win. I mean, it's just nitpicking. It's obnoxious that even our fan base, and that's the thing. If you're another fan base, you're a Panthers fan watching the show as we preview this game this week, realize that even the teams that are going barking on three-peats, we have fans that want to knock and pick and do this stuff with everything. So your fan base, Panthers fans, you're not the only ones that have it. Even us have it still. It's always going to continue. If the Panthers in the future become a team of back-to-backs, you're still going to have people in your fan base who are knocking at the team for drafting Bryce Young or whatever. So, yeah, every fan base has it, man. It's just crazy to me.
Look, when you're in an organization, and I don't think people understand how these things work, but it's a conglomeration of guys putting their heads together, looking at a vision to bring guys in. Okay, it's a full evaluation. Everybody's in the meeting, and they're talking about these prospects, and they all break it down. And usually guys stand on the table for other guys, and they all see the same thing. And maybe if they're sitting there saying this, hey, yeah, Dorsey may have his name on getting the draft, but who found him? Who's the one sitting over saying this? Andy liked the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like we had to go into it's a team thing. It's an organization. It's an organization, man. So I just, it's kind of crazy, when you see these things. But I get it.
It's like if I still had a Carl Peterson fan account, JD, and I just knocked on anybody who was like, any success we had? Nah, if he sucks, Carl Peterson was the real GM. We should have kept him 30 years ago. Like, what? It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
King Mo said that draft after Tyreek left, he damn near hit on everyone. Yeah. Shoot, how many starters did Veach when he came in the one draft? So you had Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, they brought Jawan Taylor in, but I'm saying
that was Sky Morris drafted. You had Watson, you had Joshua Williams, Nazi, Pacheco. I mean, that's one of the best drafts ever.
Well, so just starter wise, right? Do you sit there and say definitely like the guys that just start? Kolofkis.
Yeah.
You're sitting there saying too.
We're going all the way to the 7th round. We're talking about Nazi who's starting now.
Man.
I mean, Pacheco 7th round.
Come on, brother. So
that's whatever. You're going to find those types of fans in every fan base, but
hot takes. So.
Yep. All right, JD. So now we're getting to the game. I think we barely talked about the Carolina Panthers, but they're an upcoming franchise. I'm glad they went back to Bryce Young. So hopefully things go well with them there going for the future for them. But Chiefs are an 11-point favorite at Carolina this weekend. Doing some digging on this. So Chiefs are 5-2 all time against the Carolina Panthers. The last time the Panthers beat the Chiefs was in 2008, JD, just a year after you retired.
Oh, wow.
The Chiefs lost that game 34-0. And ironically, friend of the show, Tyler Thickman, got his first time playing in an NFL game, relieving Damon Heward in that game where we lost 34-0 to the Carolina Panthers. To put that in perspective for some of you guys out there, JD, he just retired from the NFL. I was a freshman in high school, and Pacheco Mahomes was 13 years old when the last time the Carolina Panthers beat the Chiefs. So it's a long time. So JD, Chiefs 11-point favorite, 1 o'clock game. Who do you have in this one on Sunday?
I mean, obviously, I have the Chiefs winning this, and I think they're going to get back right in this ship, methodically doing things that they felt like they should have done before. Illy Beeman said, "Hank 50 on them." I mean, maybe we're just trying to get the timing and stuff down that we need, right? Maybe throwing some deep balls to Worthy to get that timing down with them was important. It's vital, right? But I do believe that we beat the Panthers. Was it Randy said trap game? Randy Conley, don't do that, man. It ain't no trap game, man. We going in. We understand what we got to do. Okay. I think his guys are still going to understand that it could be a trap game. It could be. But they ready. They ready. And even if this is a return of a Menahu and this is a return of Pacheco on here, then that's good. This is like the introduction. Get those guys back. Get those guys back to the swing of things. And that's all right. That's all right. Fitty. I hear you. Demon. Okay. I'll be glad if we go ahead and get about 34. Okay. And so this is what my for this game I see is 31 to 14. Score of the game.
31 to 14, so you have a total of 45 points. That would be the over for the game. The game is 43.5 points total over-unders for the game, 43.5.
Really? 43.5? Wow. Okay.
So
all right, JD.
Probably maybe it's going to be like a 31 to like 10 kind of game.
I was going to say 10, but oh, man. I can see 10 for sure. I'm just saying 14. I don't know. They might find something at the very end and maybe score. Hopefully at that point they're pulling out all those starters and maybe get some on, somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah, the last time we played them was a really close game. They were also not a good team at the time we played them. The last time we played them, I don't know if you remember this. It was a late game. Like they got in a field goal range. They missed a kick at the end at the buzzer. If I remember correctly, that's how it ended. They had CMC at the time, so that was a completely different Panthers team. They had CMC, DJ Moore. Long ways away from the days of CMC and DJ Moore for Carolina.
Yeah, I could see him scoring 10 points, man. I don't know. I just gave him 14 because I'm just going to respect the league in itself. I don't know. So, yeah. So it's just my score, 31 to 14. Okay, 31 to 14.
I like it. Yeah, everyone in the chat, everyone has us winning. You got 29-16 from Kareem, 34-10, Delia Salaguero. Charles Schreiber, 27-17. Yeah, G pick 20-10 is the closest one so far, which, just based on the way they like to play with us guys and give us gray hairs, it could be a 20-10 kind of game where we score a touchdown at the end to make it a 10-point game, which I hope not. I hope it is a blowout, JD. I hope you are right with this 31-14 prediction.
I like Delia Seguero's 34-10. I like that one. I like that.
Mike Brett 41-10. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Mike, shoot, let's go. Let's go with Illy Beeman. Fitty at 17. I like it a lot. So we'll see.
32-10.
32-10. I like that, Maria.
5-3. Whoa. I like that.
Yeah. Sasha 24-10. Not bad score. I like that one too.
Co-possession game. Yeah. What's the Panthers quarterback's name? Is Bryce Young from Alabama, the small dude.
Yeah. Rick Henderson just getting it. Rick, man, where you been, man? You missed it all, brother. Missed it all. We had great conversation, man. You can come back and check us out.
You can rewind this thing and watch it from the top.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 28-17. All
28-17.
right, I like that, Don.
Yeah, I like it. So
it could be a big bounce back spot for the offense and the defense to look good this week and just dominate them. Whether it is Pacheco or Hunt back there, I think it's going to be a domination. Everyone's going to get a lot of playing time in this game. So,
well, I know they're going to try. They're going to try to see if we still, have some weakness over on our corners and stuff. They're going to try it all. They're going to see what teams did against us. They're going to try it. They do got a good running game. We do know that. So Thielen is back. Okay. Thielen's old knees, we're going to hear him creaking, sound like the 10 man. Clutch Code said 28-0, no love for scrubs. Hey, Clutch Code, I see you.
And actually, that reminds you, Chuba Hubbard is playing great for them. He's got himself a nice payday a couple weeks ago. But also, I believe Jonathan Brooks, their running back they've been waiting on, he's going to come back this week too. So,
okay.
every team treats us like the Super Bowl, so they're gonna have a tough one.
So my sweetie, okay, she said yes, his is Hubbard. She has him in fantasy, and my wife would like to let you all know that she is winning in one of our leagues. There's 2 leagues that we're playing in. She's leading in one of them, and I think I'm like 7th or 8th or something. She beat me last weekend. Matter of fact,
whoa,
yeah.
Knocked you out of the playoffs. You're in the 7th spot right now,
man. I'm close though, Marcus. This is the push. I think I'm good. I got some guys back, so I know I got to have a strong ending. But yeah, she scored like 108 points. So what she had, I tell you who she has. He's on my fantasy league. He is. She has, I tell her, Joe Burrow. She has Chase, Jamar Chase, Tuba. Who else she got? She got somebody else. She had my man from Detroit.
Demont?
No, Monse Brown. She got Monse Brown. So she got folks. And I'm sitting there like high and D heck. So yeah, we need to follow Susan. Yes, y'all do. I would love, you know what? I would absolutely love for the ladies to get together, and have a conversation, and talk. That'd be awesome. It'll be good. They'll be all on here.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we need Susan giving advice. You ain't kidding. I need some with something, man. She ain't sharing nothing with me. So she's stingy too with her players. She don't want to, and I don't give her no. They think I'm giving her advice, but I try to, and I'm like, hey, I'm just telling you. But now I used to have to remind her, like, babe, have you switched your fantasy up? Like the game's gonna, so no more. She's telling me, you do anything with your fantasy yet? I'm like, oh, okay, you winning. I see. Oh, you winning.
Just remind you about your waiver wire Wednesday pickups.
Crazy. I love it.
Gotta love that.
He's a beauty. Thank you. All right, sweetie. Okay. Rubbing it all in my face. That's what she's doing. So, all right. That's okay.
But all right, guys. That's good stuff. Susan's fantasy advice. We'll have to have her on the betting show to give us her insights on what she thinks about it. Because a lot of the betting show is a lot of what your thoughts are in the Chiefs players fantasy-wise. If they're having a good game or not. That's a lot of it comes from that.
Yeah.
Oh, she has Mixon too.
Mixon too.
Ooh,
yes.
Man, she dominated you last week, didn't she?
Oh man, it's killing me. That's why I scored like 140, 150. I'm like, I'm gonna win. And then I'm like, God, this is crazy.
Yeah, if she had Chase Sunday night and then Mixon with the knockout punch on Monday to make sure what's up on Monday night with his 3 touchdowns.
Well, listen, I'm just like the Chiefs. I'm everybody's Super Bowl. And I'm in the league with, I'm everybody's Super Bowl. When they get me, boy, they doing their homework, making sure they're getting the right people. I'm sitting there seeing a whole lot of transactions. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? And so it's all about beating JD. That's bragging rights. Being an NFL football player. You should be knowing what you're doing. I hear all that. Like, okay, yeah, listen, you did auto on the draft, okay? I don't want to hear none of that, okay?
Auto drafter? Oh no, you're barred from fantasy. You're auto drafting, Susan.
Well, she get a couple of them. Then she auto drafts. She'd be like, "Oh my God, I know if I was in." And then, but you see some people auto draft and then they win it. I'm just like, yo. But it's the injuries and everything else, right? It's just one of those things. So
yeah, it's also too with the amount of injuries you're having now with only 3 preseason games. It takes a lot to be good because you have to be on top of it because you have to manage all year long the injuries that happen so much.
Yeah, G. Pickett said, "Yo, LOL." Right. So it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all fun.
You'll have your bounce back. You'll be the Chiefs this week and bounce back.
Mm-hmm. She'll be sitting there with her money in her face, like, "Hey, look, see what I won. See what I won." It's all good. So.
All right, guys. Well, we hope everybody enjoyed the stream and the episode tonight. Again, if you guys missed the episode, go back to the beginning. We kind of laid out our giveaways we're going to be doing for the holiday season. So please go back and check that out. We got a lot of good stuff coming your way. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel and leave a review with your YouTube handle on either Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And yeah, you guys can have some of these great goodies that we'll be throwing your way this holiday season for the kids.
Absolutely. So yeah, y'all come see us. And we appreciate y'all showing up, come hollering at us. Everybody came in and talked to us in the chat. It was a great conversation tonight. For us, man, we enjoy these talks. We really do. And talking to you all. We love this engagement. But hopefully we learned something and things we didn't and, disagree. Then we could talk. We love it. One thing I want to do before I get out of here is I have a friend, one of my best friends, one of my good friends, like circle of guys that's going through a hard time right now. And so he's battling right now for his life. I want y'all to just pray for him if y'all could. His name is Sean Little. Pray for his family. Just pray for me through this time. It's really tough. But I know when I ask you all that y'all do it, just in that, just your thoughts, or like all those things matter to me. But anytime I'm on here, Marcus, I'll bear my heart with everybody on here because I love y'all. I really do. So just pray for him. Sean Little. If you get it, put it up in the air, man. But listen, love you guys. Thank you so much for coming on here, Marcus. Man, I love you. Wendy, thank you for that. G-Pick, appreciate it, my brother. Newt, thank you, my man. Sweetie, prayerful people. Sasha, thank you. Clutch Code. Newt, appreciate you, my guy. Mike Brennan, Marie Trainer, Joe E., Sasha Witchy Hall, Illy Beeman, Don Peterson, Chiefs fan 1969, Greg Rose, Kevin Mars, appreciate it. King Mo, appreciate you, my guy. G-Pick, Kathy Welch, thank you so much. Andre, I know you in here. I ain't got up to you yet. I know you're already in here. I'm the Brown. Appreciate my guy. The OPAPs. Shoot, let me see. Who else we got in here? Who else I see? John Clifford. Happy birthday again, my brother. Happy birthday again. Didn't see About Time just come to there. Marie Trainer. I think Delia Seguedo. Thank you so much for coming in here, Delia. Rick Henderson. Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much. Kareem. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you coming in too, talking to us. Wendy, thank you, sweetie. But look, y'all know how it is. You know how I feel. Love you guys. Randy Colley, thank you so much as well. Look, y'all take care. Hope to see you on Friday. Like I said, do me a favor. Put prayer for us in and for him and his family for sure. But Marcus, man, listen, love you. I love you guys. Y'all take care. God bless each and every one of you guys that's out here. We love y'all to death. We really do. So appreciate it.
We do. Love you too, brother. And yeah, sending my love to you, to your friend Sean and his family. Hopefully everyone gets through this. And sending my love your way, brother.
I definitely will. I seen Montel Green Beans in here, Justin Hutchins, another couple guys that will say what's up to. Yeah. But thank you, Marcus. I appreciate it. And thank you all, man, for all your prayers and stuff out there. Greg Rose as well is in here. Listen, y'all take care. Love you guys. And we'll see y'all soon. So
see you guys Friday for JD's Keys to Victory, as well as our betting show. And love you, everybody. And we'll see you guys Friday night.
Yes, sir. Keys to Victory. There it is. Take care. God bless. Y'all be good.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.